Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
In the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. Right now at 5. Visitors enjoy the warm weekend at Lake Isabella, but residents raise concerns about people from out of the area ignoring social distancing guidelines and putting their town at risk. Your chance to weigh in this morning.
A third of all states are starting to reopen this week, but what will life look like and when could California follow suit?
Houchin Blood Bank weighs in on the treatment, taking plasma from recovered COVID-19 patients and infusing it into those still fighting the disease, as now 7 residents have been treated. We'll tell you how it's working. This is Monday, April 27th, 2020. Good morning. Good to have you with us. I'm Maddie Jansen here in studio. Nicole Gitsky in for Alex this morning, and Kevin Charette at his home in Southwest Bakersfield. We're spread out everywhere. I hope, though, wherever you are, you got to enjoy some of the sunshine this weekend. Nicole, did you get out and enjoy some of the warmth?
Oh, good morning, Maddie. Yeah, I was out all day. I was enjoying the sunshine. So thank you, Kevin, for that.
Yeah, absolutely. Really enjoyed that weather. I know it was a little warm, though, here in town, Kev. What are we expecting this week?
Well, yeah, yesterday was a warm day. We hit 89 degrees on the high for Bakersfield, so we were right near that 90-degree mark that we were expecting on Saturday and into Sunday. We're going to see a little bit of a cool down today, but then we'll bring things right back up. So no rain, if that's what you're asking, and no major cool down in our forecast, at least the next 7 days. Let's show you yesterday's high, and again, 89 degrees. Normally, we should be right around 78 this time of year. Our record temperature, 98, and that was set back in 1926. Let's take a look at the skies, and not much to show you. We've had clear skies all weekend long, and this trend is going to continue for the most part throughout the work week. Maybe a few high clouds, but that'll be all we'll see. 61 degrees on the temperature right now with a north wind at 3 miles per hour. Visibility is good, and you can see temperatures this afternoon will level off right around 84, 85 degrees. So we're not looking at the upper 80s, and that's all because of a weak trough out of Northern California. 46 in Tehachapi right now with a northwest wind at 10 miles per hour. We are still seeing some winds over the grapevine, so if you have to head that direction, just keep that in mind, especially if you're in a high-profile vehicle. And we have a little bit of a breeze heading out into the desert. No advisories are on the board right now. And for the mountains, we'll be looking at the upper 60s this afternoon, so hovering right near 70. So a nice day all around Kern County once again. We'll talk more about your forecast. That's coming up in just a bit. Maddie, back over to you.
Thanks so much, Kevin. 5:02 is the time now, and happening this morning, the Bakersfield Police and Fire Departments are working to recover the body of a hiker they believe may have been killed in a rock slide. It happened around 7:45 last night in the foothills southwest of the California Animal Living Museum, Calm. Police got a call from hikers saying there was a rock slide and someone may be trapped underneath. Police searched the area and indeed say they found a man who had died. Crews say they had to call off the recovery effort, though, last night because it was too dark and the terrain was too rocky. They say they'll continue this morning at first light. The death is under investigation.
Today, we expect an update from Kern Public Health on the spread of coronavirus here in the county. As of this weekend, there are 818 cases of COVID-19. 4 people have died from the virus. 422 people have made full recoveries. More than 5,900 tests for COVID-19 have come back negative, although results are still pending for 3,500 others. Now here's a look at where these cases are spread across Kern County. The area known as Bakersfield East, which includes Lamont and Arvin, has the most cases, 432, but it also has the biggest population by more than 100,000 people.
People living near Lake Isabella have reached out to us saying they're frustrated after hundreds of visitors ignored social distancing guidelines this weekend. They're especially concerned for their older residents, saying grocery stores were packed with shoppers ignoring safety measures such as wearing a mask. Jerry Hornstein says she talked to local authorities about the issue.
You've got these signs saying campground closed due to COVID-19. People are ignoring it. They're coming here with no masks on. Very frustrated.
According to Horenstein, it appeared as though those enjoying the warm weather by the lake were not from the area. Residents say they're concerned this will continue to be an ongoing issue as temperatures rise. Meantime, one beach in Southern California is considering closing down after several people flocked there over the weekend. And in San Diego, protesters are calling on city leaders to open beaches. But stay-at-home orders remain in effect across the state. That's the subject of today's 17 interactive feedback poll. We're asking, should California lakes and beaches remain closed during the stay-at-home order? Call or text us at 888-4617. Press 1 if you think yes, they should close, and 2 if you think they should be open. You can also text, tweet, email, or Facebook us your comments. Once again, our interactive feedback phone line is 888-4617, and we'll air some of those comments and have the first results coming up at 5:30 this morning.
Now, this could be the week people get to go outside and shop and dine out.
A third of all states are starting to reopen this week, but federal government is urging them to go slowly. NBC's Tracy Potts reports from Washington.
Maddie and Nicole, good morning. Good morning, everyone. 4 states, Georgia, South Carolina, Alaska, and Oklahoma, are reopening against federal guidelines, and federal officials are concerned they may be moving too fast.
As more states ease restrictions this week, a warning from the federal government about reopening too soon.
I'm sure a lot of people have missed the asterisk, and it's said to look not only statewide but also county by county.
New York's plan, restart construction, then essential businesses after May 15th, only where coronavirus cases are dropping.
If you don't have 14 days of decline, nobody would say be reckless and open anyway.
New Jersey's not ready.
We are still a number of weeks away.
South Carolina just got more than 1 million masks.
Disinfectant.
Maryland and Michigan are fielding a flood of calls about President Trump's suggestion to inject disinfectants in the body to kill the virus.
Hard to imagine that people thought that that was serious.
In Nevada, people are ready to go back to work.
All of us, scrambling just to keep a roof over our heads.
The Treasury Department says they've issued 90 million direct payments, and paper checks are on the way.
They've already gone out, so the checks are already in the mail. People should have already received them.
States trying to hold on financially as the Senate's top Republican suggests they declare bankruptcy.
It's outrageous for Senator McConnell to even suggest that.
Testing remains an issue. Health experts now say Americans may need to practice social distancing through the summer.
The federal government is now doing proactive surveillance in areas they think may be high risk, nursing homes, prisons, inner city clinics, to try to stop this virus before it spreads. Tracy Potts, 17 News.
All right, happening today, a local healthcare facility wants to help you and your family to keep from going stir crazy while the stay-at-home order remains in effect. Today, Bakersfield Behavioral Healthcare Hospital is handing out free activity packets for adults and kids. The hospital says people might be feeling restless, anxious, or depressed during this time of isolation, and engaging in family activities together can help with mental health. You can drive by the Bakersfield Behavioral Healthcare Hospital on White Lane anytime between 10 and 10 today. And the hospital is also open 24/7 to help those who might be struggling with mental health or addiction concerns.
The time now is 5:08. Teachers with a local school district may soon be headed back to the classroom. A spokesperson with the Panama Buena Vista Union School District says there's a plan in place to have teachers come back to the classroom over the next few weeks to pick up curriculum and student belongings that may have been left behind. The plan is to stagger when teachers will head back to continue practicing social distancing. Each school will develop a plan to return those belongings to students.
Houchin Community Blood Bank says plasma is collected from people who have recovered from COVID-19 has led to significant improvements in coronavirus patients. The blood bank said the convalescent plasma is being transfused into 7 patients in Kern County. Now, COVID-19 convalescent plasma was approved by the FDA for use on an emergency basis. Houchin is asking people who have recovered from COVID-19 to become a donor. And for more information, you can just head to our website, kget.com.
Several groups continue to help our community's most vulnerable citizens, and today you can donate to the cause. The Board of Realtors teamed up with Christian Real Estate Fellowship, Christmas for Seniors, and CityServe for the supply drive for low-income and homebound seniors. They're collecting non-perishable foods, toiletries, and other necessities that many seniors are going without. You can drop off items every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1431 L Street.
Now, homeless people are one step closer to moving into Kern County's new homeless shelter. On Friday, the county's chief administrative officer, Ryan Allslopes, tweeted a photo of the building's temporary certification of occupancy. That means legally people are allowed to move into the new Kern County Navigation Center on M Street near Golden State Avenue. Allslopes said in his tweet, quote, "A few final touches, but a milestone thanks to all of the hardworking staff, project managers, and construction crews who worked at lightning speed." He added, "We will move people off our streets and into a better life."
High school seniors won't get the graduation ceremony they deserve thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic. Still ahead here on 17 News at Sunrise, how we're honoring.
Still ahead on 17 News. These seniors.
KGET Business Watch is brought to you by Grapevine MSP Technology Services, the Valley's leading IT service provider.
Welcome back. The time now is 5:25 in our 17 Business Watch. It's the end of an era in dining as Bakersfield's oldest Basque restaurant is closing its doors for good. The Noriega Hotel has been in business for 89 years and was the only Basque restaurant still serving meals family style. Over the years, it's won accolades, including the prestigious James Beard Award. Jonathan Gold, the late Pulitzer Prize-winning food critic, wrote multiple times about the meals he enjoyed at the Noriega Hotel. The restaurant's Facebook page said Friday that the Noriega Hotel will not reopen after the COVID-19 closure, adding the Elizalde family appreciates all the people who've dined with us for the last 89 years. That truly is the end of an era here in Bakersfield. Well, fewer drivers on the road means fewer and fewer people filling up their tank, and that means gas prices are below $1 in many places. At one point Friday morning, a Shell station in Wisconsin was selling the cheapest gas in the country at just 75 cents a gallon. Experts say while you're saving now, you may have to pay for it later.
Exciting to see the gallons count go up as fast as the dollar count, but overall, it's flashing a red signal, and that's that the longer prices remain lower, the higher risk we are of prices eventually going up sharply, maybe not in the months ahead, but in the years ahead.
Gas Buddy says these are the lowest prices at the pump since it started collecting data back in 2000. Low prices might be great for consumers, but they're hard on gas station owners. Local shops tend to work on tight margins. Yeah, driving in this morning to work, I saw a sign for $1.99 gas. That was somewhere along the 58. No doubt, once we get out from under these stay-at-home restrictions, millions of us will want to hit the road immediately for a getaway. But should we actually be booking reservations now? NBC's Chris Clackham has the story.
The first trip I want to reschedule after the coronavirus lockdown is lifted is to reschedule a fly fishing trip my son got me for my birthday. Booking a trip like this with a local guide gives us flexibility when trying to rebook. Good luck trying to get the big hotel, resort chains, or airlines to be so flexible.
Booking right now isn't necessarily recommended as it's still a really wait-and-see situation.
That's why travel experts like Janine Tornatore say even though you're being tempted by some very affordable vacation deals, it's still too early to sign up.
Put a pause on booking for the time being.
I'm really promoting everyone to virtually travel, obviously, from their couch right now because it's safe.
While budget travel guru Lindsay Myers says vacationing close by can also help small businesses.
You could still have an adventure and a travel experience, but maybe make it close to home.
They all say there's nothing wrong with fantasizing and even putting a trip on the calendar, but you too have to be flexible.
Or you may need to accept that you're going to get a voucher from a merchant to spend instead of sort of that cash back if things do fall through.
And all expect an uptick in trip insurance this vacation season. Chris Clackham, NBC News.
Another suggestion, if you're anxious to book vacation plans right now, use whatever reward points you have stored up. It's easier and less costly to rebook if you're using points. Still ahead in our next half hour here on Sunrise, it's been 2 years since the disappearance of a woman connected to the case known as the Bakersfield 3. We hear from their mothers after the break.